Mr. Van Drew, how nice of you to join us. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, and good morning. And I appreciate you holding today's hearings on the enforcement of maritime by American laws. The supply chain crisis has shown that we need to invest in American port infrastructure to strengthen our economic position. This includes cargo handling infrastructure like cranes, which are not currently made in the United States of America. Unfortunately, a neglected manufacturing base and burdensome regulations have put our country in a difficult position when it comes to improving our port infrastructure. These factors have led to a situation where the cost of ocean shipping actually sometimes exceeds the value of the cargo that we're shipping out. This arrangement is economically unsustainable for the United States of America. Administrator Phillips, could you explain how current regulations are impeding ports' ability to use DOT grant funds to decrease cargo backlogs, prepared for increased trade, and stay competitive? Further, what actions can we take to align the economics of exports?
Congressman, thank you for that question, sir. In the context of port infrastructure and support for port infrastructure, as you are aware, the Maritime Administration supports the Port Infrastructure Development Program, which, as discussed earlier in testimony, has received $450 million under the bipartisan infrastructure law this year, bringing our total, including appropriations in FY 2022, to about $680 million. That grant program, which will assist ports in improving their infrastructure and improving the capacity and resilience and their ability to move cargo, is under review now and is moving forward, and we expect to announce awards later this fall. So that will help ports nationwide improve their capacity to move cargo. In the context of shipping and commercial shipping and pricing and our ability to regulate that, we do not have ability to regulate that. I would defer those questions, I believe, sir, to the Federal Maritime Commission in the context of the commercial world more broadly. Certainly, U.S. flag shipping would more capacity to ship on U.S. flag vessels would allow us more control, in particular of our exports, as I stated earlier, which we have been challenged to deal with under COVID and the many challenges to our supply chain infrastructure, which of course we're also well aware of, and sir, which you are describing in your question, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to follow up, I have a couple minutes. So do you think we're well on our way to getting this under control, or do you feel that we're still pretty much in the thick of it and have some pretty serious problems here? I mean, this is something that's obviously important for the economy, important for the future, just important in every aspect. So what are we not doing that you'd like to see us do? What are we doing that you like? And how can we do better?
Well, thank you for that question, sir. I will defer on the costs of foreign flag vessel shipping, which certainly has been a challenge across the COVID pandemic and the supply chain challenges. I would say in the context of improving our port infrastructure under the bipartisan infrastructure law and PIDP in particular, but other grants as well administered by the Department of Transportation, we have a generational opportunity to make change, to build resilience into our ports and our supply chains, and to improve our capacity to move cargo and keep cargo moving. Of course, from our perspective, it's all about getting cargo on ships and on U.S. flag vessels, but in the broader context, certainly under the bipartisan infrastructure law, the grants that have been approved and are underway in the Department of Transportation, and particularly in MARAD, PIDP, will be of significant value to improving our port infrastructure over the next 5 years. Thank you, sir.
So you see that, and through that bipartisan infrastructure bill, you see that as a positive, obviously, and your sense is that we are going in the right direction and that this should be helpful and we should see noticeable improvement in the future.
Yes, sir. In the context of being able to improve our port infrastructure, something that we have long needed and not done, this is a generational change and a generational opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and commitment, and Chairman, thank you for yours.
Thank you, Mr. Van Drew. I now turn to my